with arms open wide. We find a power greater than the rising tide, then the rising tide, then the rising tide. If everybody waved at the same time, there'd be a wave big enough for everyone to ride. This is impossible. You cannot surf. You don't belong on this marvelous surf. Surf all the way to Chicago. Surf all the way to Utah. Surf all the way to Spokane, baby. Surf wherever you want.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, from your bedrooms, living rooms, and wherever else you might be watching us. You're ready to see Comedy Sports Portland. Let's welcome the blue team. First up, Stephanie Steph Rae. Mora, my funny Valentino. John, fly like an eaglin. And your captain, Amy Zing Gray. That's not the only team we have going on in this first half. We have a team in red. They are Ryan, the B is silent Gangwish. Bruce Ski Swanson. Olivia Off the Wall Walton. And your other Amy captain in the first half, Amy Pepper Milstein. Let's not forget, we need someone to blow a whistle and wear some pretty sexy stripes. That is our referee, Andrew Busby Berkowitz.
Good evening and welcome to Comedy Sports Saturday night. Tonight is our ComedySportz Pro Am match. You will get to see the stars of today playing with the stars of tomorrow. And it will all be officiated by me, the referee of yesterday. With us, of course, is Sam Whitelegs Whittington. Sam, how is your new year going?
It's going pretty well. I am going to be competing for you this year in the most beard growth.
Really? When did you start growing your beard?
Well, I started it in October.
Cool. I started mine at 2 p.m. So we'll see how this...
That's what I was figuring. That's why I wanted to push forward.
Yep,
but,
exactly.
I'll catch up.
I'm the guy in the Sasquatch photo, basically. All right. Also with us tonight, of course, as always, the chat goddess, Marianne. Marianne, what can you tell us about tonight's audience?
Well, we have fans from Brooklyn, California, Portland, Vegas, San Jose, points around the world. Also, many of them have beards that are as lush as yours.
I was afraid of that. All right. Well, they can also get in on the competition. And how is your new year going, Marianne?
My new year is fantastic so far. I've done a lot of sleeping. It's been great.
That's how I plan to spend the year. All right. Well, with no further ado, let's get into it because tonight everything will be improvised. So I'm going to improvise the following words, which are captains on the screen. Captain Amy. And Captain Amy, this is going to confuse me for the entire evening, no doubt. All right. I do need to let you know that the brown bag foul is in effect for tonight. For those who have not seen the match, we're going to need you to each go get a brown bag since I will not be able to physically bag you. So while they're getting the brown bag, I will let people know that the brown bag foul will be called if anybody says something lewd, crude, or gets partially nude on screen. And if that should happen, I will make them wear a brown paper sack over their head. Amy has a really attractive looking bag. That's an excellent cha-cha-cha bag. Good product placement. And Milstein, what do you got?
I'm trying to reduce, reuse, recycle, so I want to repurpose this 2020 planner.
That's good. If you can fashion that into an actual bag by the end of the match, I will give you a point. But right now, it just looks like you're sleeping in class. So I'm going to go ahead and give the blue team the win there on the bag off. And Amy Gray, what game would you like to open?
Well, you know what? It's categories.
All right, Scattergories is an excellent choice. For the game of Scattergories, we're going to need to get all of the players on the screen. All right, the way this game works is very simple. We're going to get a category from our home audience. So home audience, please start throwing some categories into the chat. We will take Trivial Pursuit categories, just anything that has a lot of examples in the category. So for instance, a bad category would be Taylor Dane, because there was only one Taylor Dane. A good category would be something with many examples. I will call players out. They will name something from the category. If they fail to name something from the category or they repeat, I will throw them out of there. But at any point, I can have them change the category. You will see how it works. So Marianne, what is our first suggestion?
Our first suggestion from Anne is world history, items from world history.
Items from world history. Fantastic. This is pretty broad, so should be no problem whatsoever. Teams, are you ready for the game of Scattergories?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, take it away. I'm going to start with Olivia.
Pyramids.
Milstein.
The printing press.
Ryan.
Hanks.
Bruce.
Creating fire.
Stephanie.
The Declaration of Independence.
Mora.
Coliseum.
John.
The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Milstein.
Chickens.
I'm sorry, that was hesitation. She moved her mouth, but no actual words came
Chickens.
out. So we're going to throw her out of the game, and we're going to move on to our next suggestion from Marianne.
Our next suggestion from Kaylee is candies.
Candies, excellent. Candies, we will start with Gray.
Spree.
Stephanie.
Skittles.
John.
M&M's.
Which is also
Letters of the alphabet.
excellent.
N.
Ryan.
O.
Bruce.
D.
Mora.
J.
Stephanie.
P.
John.
A.
Gray.
Q.
Which is also
A Star Trek character.
Olivia.
13.
Stephanie.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Bruce.
Captain Kirk.
Ryan.
Data.
Mora.
Number 1.
John.
Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm sorry, it may have been on the show, but not actually a character. Although that would have been amazing. What is in that galaxy? Well, it's the Goldberg galaxy. All right, Marianne, what is our next suggestion?
First of all, I'd like to show off and say Whoopi Goldberg's character name was Guinan.
Yep. That's what I said.
Nerd
Yeah.
alert, nerd alert.
Nerd alert. Secondly, we're going to take Autumn's suggestion of fair food. Food from a fair.
Food from a fair. All right, I thought you just was like food that is not unfair. All right, fair food. Food from a
This
fair.
is why I clarified.
Food from a fair. Excellent suggestion, Autumn. We will start with Ryan.
Deep fried Twinkies.
Gross. Stephanie.
Fried Oreos.
Amy.
Corn on the cob.
Mora.
Potato and stew parfait.
Olivia.
Elephant ears.
Bruce.
Corn dog.
Stephanie.
Giant turkey leg.
Mora.
Deep fried Snickers.
Ryan.
Deep fried Kit Kats.
Olivia.
Popcorn.
Bruce.
Pickle on a stick.
Stephanie.
Cotton candy.
Mora.
Deep.
I'm sorry, we ran out of things to deep fry. I am also nauseated right now. All right. Also, giant turkey legs is another Star Trek character. So, Marianne.
Well, Andrew, I'm giving a point to Autumn just for the fact that she made you so deeply uncomfortable with that suggestion as I was watching your face.
I know.
So we're going to go with Susan's suggestion of colors.
Colors. Very nice, Susan. Colors. We will start with Bruce.
Chartreuse.
Stephanie.
Magenta.
Olivia.
Maroon.
Ryan.
Robin's egg blue.
Amy.
Gray.
Which is also
Which is an also? It's
It's also your last name. Just wanted to let you know.
I was reading it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go.
All right, that's okay. Go deep fry something. That's what we're... All right, Marianne, what's our next suggestion?
I'm going to take Jamie's suggestion of Disney princesses.
Disney princesses. Disney princesses. All right, thank you. We will start with Olivia.
Jasmine.
Bruce.
I don't know.
All right. Way to just admit it. Like I didn't know it either. I would have. I had no idea. All right, Marianne, what's our next suggestion?
From Nathan, Beatles songs.
Beatles songs. Beatles songs. All right, this is good for our under 60 crowd. Beatles songs. Let's start with Stephanie.
Yellow Submarine.
Ryan.
Hey Jude.
Olivia.
The White Album.
Not a song. Beatles, that's good. All right, we have Ryan and Stephanie left. He's going to win 5 big points for their team. Deep fried M&M. So, Marianne,
well, Andrew, Star Trek came up, and Dick and Jane suggested Star Wars.
Wait, now I'm confused.
We had Star Trek earlier. From Dick and Jane, I'm going to take Star Wars characters.
All right.
Guinan is not one of them.
All right. Be very careful. The nerds in the audience will be very unhappy if you get this wrong. So, all of Star Wars is Star Wars characters. I wasn't paying any attention.
With Star Wars characters, but it's at your discretion whether you want to take anything Star Wars.
I will take anything Star Wars, just because I got no plans tonight. So, anything Star Wars. Here we go. We will start with Ryan.
R2D2.
Stephanie.
Luke.
Ryan.
His father, Darth Vader.
Stephanie.
Princess Leia.
Ryan.
That big gross dude that eats a bunch of stuff. Jabba the Hutt.
Ryan.
Me again. Bebop and Soup.
Sorry, Ryan's out of there. Stephanie wins 5 points for the blue team thanks to her master Star Wars. All right, Marianne, what does that? No, Sam, what does that do to our score?
That gives Autumn 1 point and the blue team 5 to 1 to 0.
All right, the red team is in a close third place behind blue and Autumn. Let's welcome the blue captain on the screen. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Your team won that round. That enables you to go first in the team choice round. What game would you like to play?
We're going to play the game of Movie Critic.
Ooh, Movie Critic. Nicely done. So for the game of Movie Critic, we need to get the home audience to give us a made-up title of a movie, just a completely made-up movie title. So go ahead and throw those into the chat right now. What you're going to see is a couple of critics telling you about this new movie that they are going to be improvising on the spot, and we will see some scenes from that movie as well. So, Marianne, what do we have for our movie title?
For our movie title, I'm going to take from Susan, Night at the River.
Night at the River. Ooh, I like it. All right. Blue team, are you ready for the game of Movie Critic?
Yes.
Your movie suggestion is Night at the River. Take it away.
Hello. Welcome to Laid Back at the Movies.
I'm your host, John.
And I'm your host, Amy. And we are here to bring you a spectacular film. I did not see this one coming, John.
I really didn't either. This was such a rush. The movie, the acclaimed critic film, Night at the River.
Night at the River. A beautiful title too. You don't know what to expect going in, except it's really just night at a river when it starts.
It really is. It's a collection of creatures and insects, and we really find out that the story is less about the river and more about the nighttime.
It is, and the nighttime is embodied by the two main characters, who really have. Well, the relationship unfolds when in their first scene.
It really does.
So let's run that first scene with them.
Yes.
The sound of these crickets reminds me of the fact that we've been engaged but not married for 15 years now.
Well, I always said that we shouldn't rush things.
I know. You've always said that. But these crickets are just chirping their lives away, and I feel like you and I are just chirping our lives away.
How can you say that? Just because we're not married doesn't mean our relationship isn't meaningful and we aren't together.
You know, my mother always said that love was like a river in the night, flowing to a place that you can't see, but sometimes turbulent.
My mother always said, stay away from turbulent rivers.
And we're going to leave it there. John, did you feel what I felt when that comeback came out of Patricia's mouth?
Yeah, Patricia didn't really know how Andrew was going to feel about this. He was more, I felt like Andrew was really more focused on the symphony of cricket sounds. It was quite strange, but maybe that was a character decision. I just don't know.
I think it was metaphorical, and I think that comes out more when day finally rises on the river. And,
yes.
And Andrew threatens to leave, finally puts his foot down.
Yeah, that was a riveting point in the movie.
I would be surprised if there wasn't a statue in the cards for this performance.
Oh, let's see that.
Patricia, we've sat here at the river all night. The sun is rising, but my heart is falling. And if you won't marry me today, I have to leave.
Andrew, you've ruined my surprise. There's a minister on his way.
Oh, Patricia, my darling, embrace me.
I was just waiting for the sunrise.
There's just one thing I have to tell you.
And that would be a big spoiler.
Yeah, we can't. We don't want to spoil the whole movie.
Yeah, we're here to review, not reveal.
Yeah. So, funny thing, a lot of people weren't expecting, I don't want to give too much away, but you remember the mishap that they had with the minister?
Yes, the misunderstanding and the ensuing physical comedy.
Oh, it was quite hilarious. I mean, for a rom-com, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time.
Right. Directors sometimes are afraid to switch up the drama with comedy, and go full comedy movie. But this is just like a bright spot.
It really is. It's like a tender little touch of comedy sprinkled in there.
It's like Mr. Bean in the middle of Game of Thrones.
Actually, you know what? That's perfect. It really is. Let's check that out.
I'm sorry. I didn't know the minister was an Olympic ice skater.
I should have known better than to put my face so close to his feet while he was skating. Honestly, it's my own fault.
Well, I mean, you haven't skated in years. It's not surprising you fell right on your face.
It's fine. You won't notice if I just keep these on, right?
You look beautiful with those on.
Thank you, Patricia. I've always felt that you saw beyond my perfect face and into my perfect soul.
Well, Andrew, after 15 years, how could I not see that beautiful soul?
I'm just so glad that you weren't at all disturbed by my terrible, horrible secret.
Well, I have to confess, I am a bit disturbed, but I'm still willing to go through with it.
Patricia,
Andrew.
It is very normal to have 14 toes.
It really isn't.
That is time. The game of Movie Critic, coming soon to a theater near you, where you will get to see all 14 toes in All right. Keep that one in your mind for you people who are watching at home. And I need to welcome the red captain on the screen. Hey,
Weird.
they got to choose a game now. You get to choose a game. What game would you like to choose?
We choose the game of Countdown.
Excellent. For the game of Countdown, I'm going to go to Marianne for a suggestion, but I know there's some folks watching on Facebook on a slight delay. I think they're watching the show from 1974, but I know they put some suggestions into their chat. So we're going to take a suggestion from their earlier chat for the game of Countdown. So if that made any sense, Marianne, do you have a suggestion from Facebook?
Andrew, I completely understood what you were saying, and we're going to take Candace's suggestion of Miracle Maker.
Miracle Maker. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Candace. All right, so for the game of Countdown, the red team is going to play a theme for you in about 90 seconds, and then we'll have them replay it with a little twist. So red team, your suggestion is Miracle Maker. Are you ready for the game of Countdown?
Yes.
I have my stopwatch here, so I am ready to go. On my mark, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, excuse me.
Yes.
I sense you need a miracle.
You can feel that, huh?
Yes. Your name is Bruce, and you need a miracle more than anything else in this world.
Exactly. Well, can you look? How can you help me? Tell me.
Yes. I have some friends over here. I just come with me. I will show you the way.
Okay.
To a miracle.
I heard this was the place to find a miracle.
You have come to the right place for miracles. You, I can tell, need new hats.
I do love a new chapeau.
Yes, I can tell. Follow me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I have hats.
Hey, Terry. Hey, did you tell him that you were gonna give him a miracle?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well,
Go ahead, Veronica. It's all you. You can get all the miracles today. I know we run premium and all.
okay. Miracles for everyone. Hats for everyone.
It's amazing.
You get a hat. You get a hat. You get a miracle hat. Free hat swag.
Time. That is your 90-second scene. Nicely done. So we are now going to have them replay that same scene, but this is the game of Countdown. So we are going to cut their time in half. They now have only 45 seconds to play that entire same scene. So red team, on my mark, 3, 2, 1, go.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You need a miracle.
Oh.
Your name is Bruce,
Yeah.
and you need a miracle more than anything else in the world.
Right away. Yeah. What?
Just follow me. I will take you to the people.
I heard this was a great place to catch a miracle.
Yes, and I know you can use a miracle for hats. You look like somebody who needs more hats.
It's true. I didn't think about it before, but you're right, strange man.
Yeah, follow me down over yonder and to get.
Who wouldn't follow you?
Hey, did you tell him that you could give miracles?
Yeah, but they're all yours.
Okay, great. I'm gonna give them all hats. Okay, you get a hat, and you get a hat. Hats, miracle hats for everyone.
It's a miracle.
45 seconds on the dot. Nicely done. We're going to ramp up the challenge here. We're going to cut their time in half again to 22 and a half seconds, but I will be nice and round it up to 22 and 3/4 seconds. So here we go. On my mark, 3, 2, 1, go.
Excuse me, sir. You look like you need a miracle. Your name is Bruce. You need a miracle more than anyone. I will take you.
Okay.
My head just ain't complete without a hat.
Hats and miracles. Come on, follow me.
Oh, sure.
Hey, did you tell them that you could give miracles?
Yeah, they're all yours.
Hats for everyone. You get a miracle hat, and you get a miracle hat.
I like this one best.
Oh, they nailed it. They brought it in right on time. They even had a 1/4 second to spare. All right. I'm going to see if they can do it. I don't know. We're going to only give them 11 seconds to do this one more time. Here we go. 11 seconds on my mark. 3, 2, 1, go.
Your name is Bruce. You need a miracle. Come here.
My head is always cold. What do I do?
Every time you need a hat, they need hats. Okay, you get a hat. You get a miracle hat. Miracle.
Time the game of countdown. Let's hear it for the red team. They can do anything in half the time. All right, it is now time to go to our audience to vote on these two games. We just saw from the red team, we saw the game of countdown. From the blue team, we saw the game of movie critic. You should see on your screen a poll to vote on which team you preferred. While people are voting, I will let you know that Comedy Sports can come and do, we can come to your company, even virtually right now. We are doing all kinds of corporate entertainment. We are doing corporate training, team building. We can do it all through Zoom. So if your company, your church, your school, you need some entertainment or some team building, contact us at portlandcomedy.com. We can come and do some entertainment for you. All right, let's go to Sam and see, do we have results of our poll?
Well, I did not see them. I accidentally hit the X button.
Red team.
Red team. Well, you know what? That's going to give us a tie for first place, 5-5, with Autumn in second place. Way to go, Autumn.
All right, thank you, Sam. It is 5-5. It is a barn burner right now. Let me get both captains on the screen, if I could. All right, captains, this brings us to the final game of this first half. We're going to have completely different teams in the second half, but the score will continue to go. So no pressure. You are going to impact the future. So let's see. It is tied. So I'm going to go and take two. I'm going to go ahead and let Amy choose the next game we're going to play.
I want a story
game.
Story game. All right, we're going to play the game of story game. Okay. For the game of story, we're going to need to get, let's see, all the players on the screen. And from Marianne, we're going to need to get a title of a story. So people, please throw made up story titles into the chat. We may also be able to just steal one from a previous suggestion. But what's going to happen is a player is going to get spotloaded. A player will be spotted on your screen. They will be talking and telling you a story. When another player appears on the screen, they will have to pick up where the last player left off, whether that's in the middle of a sentence, a word, a syllable, a concept, whatever it is. And I will eliminate players if they fail to cut off, if they hesitate, if they repeat, if they make no sense, any of those things. So, Marianne, do we have a made-up story title?
Well, we had one that said Upon the Field of Flowers, another that said The Flowers That Flew. So The Field of Flowers That Flew is what I'm going to go with.
Of flowers that flew. Okay,
yes.
We have now entered tongue twister tonight.
You're welcome.
This is fantastic. So let's see. Patrick Short is on tech. Pat, are you prepared at this point to spotlight players? I heard the ding of acceptance. So teams, are you ready for the game of story based on the suggestion of The Field of Flowers That Flew?
Yes.
All right, whoever gets spotlit first will be first. Take it away.
Veronica was old by the time the field of flowers was full of the flowers she planted when she was young. They were yellow, orange, red,
blue, pink, and some that were spotted. These pleased Veronica, but she was upset because these flowers have not reached their true potential.
The flowers were very young, and she wanted to continue watering them. But as she continued to water the flowers, she realized that she ran out of
time to talk. She realized that she needed to talk to Billy the flower, Samantha the flower, and Bob the flower before they took flight for their first time as flowers. So
she knew that they were grounded to begin with, but if she gave them the right amount of fertilizer, they would be able to take flight and actually make it into the sky.
She was afraid that if they weren't talked to enough, they might not make good decisions in flight, because everyone knows that flowers are prone to making very bad decisions the first
time when they fly. So she had a checklist of all the things that she needed to tell the flowers to do before she would let them take off.
On that list were things like how beautiful they had become and how strong and powerful and enriched by the soil they were. Bob, she said, you're such a strong flower, you could
fly to the moon. Imagine the first.
Sorry, she said could. You repeated could. That is repetition. Amy Milstein has given me the face, and she is out of there. Also,
there can be only one.
And Sam, if you would give the red team an extra point for Bruce's jaunty hat.
Done. 6 to 5 to 1.
Excellent. The hat talked to me. All right. The title of our story is The Field of Flowers That Flew. This is chapter 2.
Bob was afraid. He had flown too close to the sun, just like Icarus, which Veronica had told him all about. He didn't know how to get back to a place of safety. And so
he landed next to the rocks where they lived, and Rocky the Rock showed him the way of
the rocks. He had no choice because the breeze had died down and he was stuck there for, it seemed like, a week.
He had to get his plane taxied to the repair shop. The repair shop, unfortunately, was closed because it was naturally a holiday weekend. The repair shop
was locked and he didn't know where to turn. So he walked back and looked up in the sky.
And found that Billy was still hovering above him.
Sorry, Maura did not finish the word sky. You had to finish that Y. So we're tossing Bruce out of there, but you get to keep your jaunty hat point. All right. The title is The Field of Flowers That Flew. This is chapter 3.
Now that Billy, Sam, and Bob were experienced flyers, they flew back to the field where they had originally grown and
saw their old mistress Veronica, the person who had seeded them and tended to them, encouraged them, and seen them off
into their first flight. Veronica said, I'm so glad you've come back because aliens have invaded our planet and Will Smith is not available.
Well, in fact, you're the only things that can stop the aliens due to some freak twist in the plot.
So they called their friend Samuel L. Jackson because anybody who knows anybody to deal with aliens would be him. Now, Billy had a special connection to
Samuel L. Jackson. He had seen movies of Samuel L. Jackson's many times, especially
The Avengers, in which Samuel L. Jackson plays Nick Fury. He gave them his very best piece of Nick Fury
advice and said that they should try and
do everything in their power to defeat the alien scum of the earth and protect America
from these alien invaders. But these flying flowers really didn't know what to do.
Ooh, they looked around. Veronica said, you know what to do.
You need to take flight. Take flight high.
And bring some of your friends with you. Even though they haven't gotten my full training, we're in a desperate situation and we need all the men we can
get. And so Bob went back to the rocks and he said, Rocks,
I want you to give it everything you got.
And see if you can lift yourself into the air as well. I know you're
heavy, but rocks can still fly.
Say heavy? I heard heavy. I'm sorry, Ryan. You are out of there.
I was playing for a second. Awesome. Great.
The Field of Flowers That Flew, chapter 4-ish.
They were in outer space. Lasers everywhere. Explosions. Flowers flying from planet to planet.
And then Bob saw that the shields were finally
coming down. But luckily, they were in first class.
So they had extra shielding.
That was a repetition from Maura. Maura is out of there. We are cranking them down. We're on to chapter 5, The Field of Flowers That Flew.
Bob looked that alien right in the eyes, and he said, you may pluck my petals
off, and you may tread on my roots, but I will never
be taken over by the likes of your kind, you alien scum.
And as the alien breathed its last gasping
breath, the flower said to him, I love you.
I don't understand why, but I do. I can't
understand why I have this such intense love for you, but
I still feel it in my heart. And the alien was overcome with compassion. And he said,
I've never loved. Is this what it feels like? And he started dissolving.
Olivia said nothing because I think she got drowned out by laughter. That's very sad when you can't hear past the laughter. Do we only have blue players left?
That's correct.
All right, blue team wins.
All right, very nice. With those more 5 points, it is now 6 red, 10 blue.
All right,
Autumn still on the board with 1.
All right, that is going to bring us to halftime of this match. During halftime, you can get, we have snacks and beer available. They are all in your own refrigerator. So go to your own refrigerator and get snacks. And we will be back in just a few minutes after a little bit of halftime of interest. So Sam, you want to take us out of this into halftime?
I'd be so happy to. Let's say goodbye for now to our players. We had Ryan, the B is silent, Ganglish. Special guest, Stephanie Rae. Bruce Ski Swanson. Mora, my funny Valentino. Olivia off the Walton. John, fly like an eaglin. Amy Pepper Milstein and Amy Zingray. And Andrew is still here.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment. This is Patrick Short from CSC Portland headquarters. I'll turn my camera on so you can see me. We do have a special guest tonight. You've seen her playing with the blue team in the first half. You'll see her playing with the blue team in the second half. It's Stephanie Rae. I'd like to ask Stephanie to come on out and let's have a little chat, because Stephanie is running a program that's going to change things around these parts and other parts. So you are the person who is driving the Black Improvisers Alliance and the 100 Black Improvisers program. So let's start, if we could, with a little bit about you. Where do you come from?
Sure. So I was raised in Pennsylvania. I lived in DC for about 7 years. So I kind of claim that as the city that formed me. That's actually where I started doing improv with the Washington Improv Theater about 11 years ago.
Awesome. Fantastic. And where are you now?
I am now in Miami, Florida.
Right. In our warm-ups, we learned 5 things about Florida. They weren't all positive. So
no, they were all bad.
That's fantastic. So with this program, the Black Improvisers Alliance, but also specifically the 100 Black Improvisers program, what's the need and what's the call to action as you see it?
So the need is to diversify improv, which is a notoriously white art form. We are kind of trying to be the Serena Williams of improv, help to get more representation into the form so that more Black people will see us on stage and think, oh, you know, maybe I could do this. So the 100 Black Improvisers program is partnering with theaters all around the world to offer scholarships to just get Black people to try an improv class, to figure out what is this thing and hopefully fall in love with it and stay, or if not, at least know what it is and be able to tell other people, hey, this is actually pretty interesting. You should try it out.
Yeah, because as we can all tell you, even for people who don't become performers, the classes are a blast, and you learn lots of things that you can apply to your life outside of improv.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. So we are so excited to have you guys on board as part of the program with us, and just looking forward to really changing the face of improv to represent all of us a little bit better.
That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about the specifics of the program and maybe how our players and fans could help us with this?
Absolutely, yes. So our goal is to place 5 Black students in each class that we are partnering with a theater for. The goal is actually to create a small cohort of students so that no one goes in feeling like, oh gosh, I'm the only Black person in this room. What is that going to be like? So we are trying to place students together in groups of 5, and you can help us out by spreading the word. If you are a Black person, please contact Comedy Sports, get in touch, take a class. If you have a friend, a cousin, somebody that you know is funny and is dramatic that might try improv, talk to them about it. Say, hey, you should check this out. You should go to the Comedy Sports Portland website, find out about the program, and try out an improv class.
It's fantastic. And you don't have to act like right away, but our next one-on-one class does start Monday. That's in 2 days. And we do have space available, and we have up to 6 spaces available for this program, and they are sponsored spaces. So it's a scholarship program. We think it's important. And it may be that we can't fill all the spaces in this one, but we also do have another class beginning in April, and we would love to have people on board. A lot of the CSE companies around the U.S. are participating in this program. So if you know people elsewhere, if you're watching us from Vegas, if you're watching us from the Bay Area or LA, those companies, I believe, are participating. And we'd love to have people take classes there too. It's not just all about us.
Yes.
Enough. So, but we're really glad that you're here with us. It's fun playing with you tonight. It's been great, and we're grateful to you for putting your energy toward this program, and it'll make a difference. I mean, honestly, we want to look more like America. We do, and we'll do what it takes. So,
thank you.
Cool.
I am excited to be here. You can find more info at blackimprovalliance.com if you want to find us there. It's a great online community where you can get connected with more people.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And we're going to let you take a very brief break while we set up for the second half, and we'll be back to Sam Whittington to announce those teams in just a moment. In the meantime, Marianne, if you could pop up some information, that'd be fantastic. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Welcome back to the second half of Comedy Sports. We got new teams, so let's meet them. First, the team in blue. We have Stephanie Rae. Kristen, get your ducks in a rowing. Michael Fire Buchanan. And your second half blue captain, Brooke E. Monster Chamberlain. And Gandalf, sweet kitty. All right, we also got a red team. Let's not forget about them. How about Brooke, hold on, I'm coming. Lex, Duncan Donays. And the red captain, Jamie, the full Montgomery. And still wearing those stripes, being as pretty as ever, our referee, Andrew Busby Berkowitz.
Welcome back to the second half of Comedy Sports. This is the Comedy Cat, who will be making all the calls in the second half if I miss. All right, with no further ado, we've got an entire new set of teams here. I need to welcome both captains on the screen. Captain Jamie, Captain Brooke, Captain Jamie. In lieu of a coin toss, I'm going to let one of you go first who can produce the first animal on screen. Go!
Brooke, how many cats do you have?
I have 3, and he was taking a nap, so I feel really bad.
What?
This is a blanket kitty. Yes.
What kind of traits does it have?
Oh, he doesn't shed. He lays down whenever I say, just lay down.
All right.
Doesn't eat a lot at all.
Sounds better behaved than my cat. So we will let Jamie pick the opening round game. Jamie, what game would you like?
What are you doing?
All right, we will. Oh. Luckily, it's not a flightless blanket. All right. For the game of what are you doing? We're going to need to get the home audience to throw some activities into chat. Those could be sports, those could be chores, just any kind of physical activities that you might do, or just anything you might do. So here's how the game works. We're going to get one player up for each team. One player will be miming some kind of an activity. The other player will say, "What are you doing?" And they have to say anything other than what they are actually doing. And then whatever they say, that other player is going to have to do what they say. Basically, you just can't say what you're doing. If somebody says what they're doing, or they hesitate, or they repeat, or their head explodes, or they throw an animal across the room, I will rotate them out of there. The winner will get 5 points for their team. So I'm going to need to get one player up from each team on the screen. All right, we've got Lex and we have got Brooke. All right, let's see. Marianne, what is our first suggestion?
Our first suggestion from Anna is painting.
Painting. So we will have Brooke initiate because she did produce an actual animal. So painting. Teams, are you ready for the game of what are you doing?
Yes.
All right, take it away.
What are you doing?
Choosing a brush style. What are you doing?
Summoning a cat from its nap.
I summon you to awaken to paint me a masterpiece.
What are you doing?
Modeling for the painter I hired. What are you doing?
Evaluating my life decisions.
Why do I have 3 cats?
What are you doing?
Mixing the paint. What are you doing?
Throwing my blanket to the floor.
All right, I'm sorry. We've moved away from painting. That had nothing to do with painting. So I'm going to rotate Lex out of there. Let's get another player up for the red team. Hey, it's Brooke on Brooke action. Let us get Marianne. What's our next suggestion?
Our next suggestion from Jody is hockey.
Hockey, awesome, hockey. We'll go ahead and have Brooke Cummins initiate with hockey. Take it away.
What are you doing?
Putting on skates.
This game is in the books. I've got all of you.
What are you doing?
Shedding some ice. What are you doing?
Scoring a goal.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
Throwing my puck.
You cannot throw a puck.
Oh, come on. Come here.
Get off me.
Penalty.
Put her in the penalty box, ref.
Thank you, Brooke. I appreciate the support.
5 minutes for fighting at 13:28 in the second period.
Thank you very much, Sam Wade Minter Whittington. All right, let's go to Marianne. What is our next suggestion?
Our next suggestion from Steve is driving an Uber.
Driving an Uber. Very nice. Driving an Uber. We'll go ahead and have Michael initiate driving an Uber. Take it away.
What are you doing?
I'm flagging traffic. What are you doing?
trying to guess the writer's musical preference. What are you doing?
I'm following directions.
Turn right.
What are you doing?
Turning up the air. What are you doing?
I'm ordering from the drive-thru.
Can I get
What are you doing?
asking if their ice cream machine is working?
I'm sorry, you were actually doing what you were saying, more or less. So I'm going to rotate you out of there. Next player up for red, please. Hey, it's Jamie. Marianne, what's our next suggestion?
Our next suggestion comes from both Candace on Facebook and from Heather on Zoom, and that's dancing.
Wow, they're in cahoots.
Really? They should be Facebook friends.
They really should be. Let's get them together. All right. Suggestion is dancing. Jamie will initiate. And Jamie, this dance better be good. All right, here we go.
What are you doing?
Learning a new move. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. It does not look like Michael is learning it at all. Not even close to learning it. All right, let's rotate Michael out of there. Next player, it's Stephanie. Marianne, what's our next suggestion?
We're going to go with Autumn's suggestion of roller skates.
Roller skates. Roller skates. We'll have Stephanie initiate roller skates. Here we go.
What are you doing?
Filming a viral video. What are you doing?
Oiling my wheels. What are you doing?
Stretching.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What are you doing?
Counting ball bearings.
You were counting when you said you did what you said. You were literally counting right there. Rotate Jamie out of there. You cannot do what you say. All right, Lex is back. Marianne, what's our next suggestion?
Our next suggestion comes from Ina, and it is cleaning the toilet.
Cleaning the toilet. All right, Lex will initiate. Here we go, cleaning the toilet.
What are you doing?
Spraying some porcelain cleaner. What are you doing?
I'm replacing the little cleaning thing that goes on the side of the bowl.
It's a little bit further.
What are you doing?
I'm filling up the water tank. What are you doing?
Putting on rubber gloves. What are you doing?
Replacing the hinges on the toilet seat. What are you doing?
I'm cleaning the scrub brush.
That's repetition. We had cleaning before. Cleaning is a repeat. Rotate Stephanie out of there. Kristen is up. I believe Kristen's the last player for the blue team. Cool. Marianne, what's our next suggestion?
Well, I am going to toss out some initials of one of our loyal fans. Let's go with LT.
LT. Very nice. LT. They must say a word that starts with L, followed very closely by a word that starts with T. We'll go ahead and have Kristen initiate. Your suggestion is LT. Take it away.
What are you doing?
Lifting turtles. What are you doing?
Looking toned.
Yeah, I am.
What are you doing?
Listening timidly. What are you doing?
Laughing torturously. What are you doing?
Landing the thing.
There's the thing.
What are you doing?
Lapping tea. What are you doing?
Lorrying to London. What are you doing?
Looping tether balls.
Oh man. Okay. No.
What are you doing?
Lindy hopping together.
That's time because we don't even remember whose turn it is. What are you doing? It just turned into a Lindy Hop contest. All right, Sam. I have no idea what happened there. I hope you were keeping rotation.
Well, there was 3 rotations each team, not including that last confusing round. But since the red team had 5 for fighting, I am going to go 4 points blue, 2 points red. That makes it a total of 14-8 blue.
All right, thank you, Sam. I'm glad somebody was able to make some sense of that. I did enjoy the Lindy hop off, though. That was lovely. We flew Lori to London to go see that. All right, I'm going to need the blue captain on the screen. Hi, Brooke. Or Kitty there. Hey, what game would you like to play?
My team would really like to play the game of New Choice.
New Choice, excellent. For the game of New Choice, very simple game. What's going to happen is the blue team is going to play a scene. At any point during the scene, I can blow my whistle, call out New Choice, and whoever was talking will have to change whatever it is they just said or did. Let's go back to Marianne. I'm sure you have many good suggestions from earlier, maybe from Facebook or even from America Online, wherever people are watching. What do we have for a suggestion to inspire?
Well, from Heather, fresh off of CompuServe, is golfing.
Golfing. All right. Nice. Do you remember your CompuServe handle?
Yes.
Say no more. All right. We'll move on. All right. So, blue team, your suggestion. I already forgot what the suggestion was.
Golfing.
Thank you. I was going to say it was CompuServe, but that wasn't it. All right. The suggestion is golfing. This is the game of New Choice. Blue team, are you ready?
Yes.
Take it away.
I'm so glad that you could join me on the greens today, Chauncey.
Yeah, I've never done it before, but I know you like it.
Well, as the latest intern here at America Online, you must learn how to play golf effectively. It's very important.
Right, they told me to be fancy, and I know this is a way to be fancy.
New Choice.
They told me to be fancy, and this is a way to be fancy.
New hat.
I'm fancy now.
Oh, Chauncey, there's much more to being fancy than wearing a fancy hat. Being fancy comes from within.
New Choice.
Being fancy comes from having old money. And you don't. So I'm afraid that you can be an intern, but you can never be fancy. 4.
Hey, do you mind if I play through?
New Choice.
Would you pardon me? But I seem to have misplaced my clubs. I'm not.
New Choice.
I just got a gopher, and I need to take care of it. I thought I could borrow your intern.
Well, Chauncey, what do you say? Would you like to be borrowed?
Sure.
All right.
Practice.
Come with me, Chauncey. We gotta get this gopher over here.
Bye, boss. I'll be good.
I'm going on to the next hole.
Choice.
I'm going on to an alternate reality.
So this is what I'm thinking, Chauncey. I'm gonna go down in that hole, and I'm gonna push it up out of the hole, and you catch it.
Oh, no. Let me tell you. I know gophers. This is my thing. Okay. What you gotta do, you gotta act like a gopher.
Oh, okay. I shall give that a try.
New gopher. New gophers.
Have it down. Hey, we have a gopher. There's a gopher.
Right, I got them all the time at home.
I seen the light up here and it smelled food. I didn't mean to disturb your game.
We have plenty of food. Would you like a chocolate?
New choice.
I'm very fancy to meet you. Would you like to play through?
New choice.
I would like to figure out what else is down your hole.
You want to come down inside my living space?
Yeah, John C. and I would like to come into your living space.
Well, sure, come on in.
New choice.
Well, you gotta wipe your feet first.
New choice.
Did you bring gifts?
I have lots of gifts. Yeah, I have a mouse. Would you like a mouse?
New choice.
I have some lavender spray.
Oh, I love lavender.
And I have chapstick.
New choice.
I have a bag of Funyuns.
New choice.
I have a bag of cereal.
New choice.
I have a Diet Coke that I already drank.
Oh, I love Diet Coke. Give me that.
I have returned from the alternate reality and I've seen things beyond comprehension.
Well, we're about to go down a gopher's hole.
I wanted to apologize. The spirits on the other side told me that being fancy doesn't come from having old money. It comes from having a desire to be fancy. That's really all it takes.
That is time. Lesson. How amazing was that? The game of New choice. Right. And there's a
product placement.
All right. You're doing so much product placement today. It is amazing how much these companies are not paying us to put their the show. We could be making so much more money. All right. I'm going to need to welcome the red captain on the screen.
So I do have an animal.
Bird dog. What was that?
It's my bird dog.
Tweet.
I'm traumatized. I'm completely traumatized.
That is wrong on so many levels. Not
It's a
go down
wiener, Robin.
Not go down its hole. Okay. Jamie, hey, what game would you like to play right now?
We would like to play the game of changing emotions.
Okay, great. For the game of changing emotions, we're going to need to get our home audience. And I'm assuming you're at home, but you might be somewhere else. You might be at work or in prison or wherever. So wherever you're watching the match, we need you to put some emotions into the chat. Just throw a whole bunch of emotions into the chat. And by which I mean the words for emotions. Don't just type out like screaming characters. Marianne's going to collect all of those, and she's going to put them aside for me to use in this game. We're also going to need to get a scene suggestion. So, Marianne, do we have any good scene suggestions from earlier?
Well, actually, I grabbed this off of MySpace from earlier. Jamie suggested playing Hungry Hungry Hippo.
Hungry Hungry Hippos. Perfect. I think I still have my MySpace account somewhere. I got to go change my background. All right. So for the game of changing emotions, the red team is going to play a scene for you based on the suggestion of Hungry Hungry Hippos. But at any point, I can grab one of these emotions from the chat and call it out, and everybody in the scene is going to have to take on that emotion. So red team, your suggestion is Hungry Hungry Hippos. Are you ready for the game of changing emotions?
Yes.
Take it away.
I'm willing to pay you not to eat me.
Well, let me ponder this for a moment. My life's work is to eat, yet here I am, presented with an opportunity. What's in it for me? Tell me what's in it. What's in it for me, my young bull?
Okay, I'll tell you where all the other balls are hiding.
Are they down a hole, perhaps?
Giddiness.
Yes, they are.
Ooh, I love to go down the holes. I shall follow you into this magical realm.
Okay, let's go. Come on. There's one.
Vengeful.
There's one, and I don't like it.
I demand. Tell me your name.
Squire is my name.
Envious.
Cool name. My name's Henry.
Henry's a great name. Wish my mom would have named me Henry.
I wish I had a name.
Nauseous.
Oh, I think I ate too many.
You didn't eat anything on the way down to the hole, did you? Don't do that. It's not like me. I'll be right back.
Coy.
Oh. I hear your name is. Perhaps we can come up with a name for you.
Maybe. Do you have any ideas?
I do, but I don't have to tell you right now.
Oblivious.
You guys are in my space?
I didn't even know you were there.
Brenna. Hole?
I'm always here.
Am I the only one that hears gophers?
You're asking a lot of questions.
Grief-stricken.
My cat asked a lot of questions one time.
Did the hippos get him?
I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
Did the hippos get him?
They got him. The hungry ones.
They're always hungry.
Bamboozled.
They could have been giraffes, too.
Perhaps.
A lion?
A bird.
A bear? Oh, my.
Rage.
Get out of my space
What
right
is this
now.
hippo doing?
I
This
can't
is
take it.
all land.
I must
It's
eat
my
it.
hole.
Joyful.
I'm inside the hippo. Yay!
That is time. The game of changing emotions. It's all joyful when you're inside the hippo. All right, it is time to now go back to our home or work or prison audience to find out which team you preferred in that round. We had the changing emotions from the red team. We had the new choice from the blue team. Put into the voting machine which team you preferred. Hey, Sam, what should this audience also do at home?
You know what you could also do? We're going to have our shortcut there to Venmo and info about PayPal also. We're not charging for the show, but if you wanted to drop us a few dollars, that would be most excellent. It helps us, keeps our doors open, keeps our players paid, so that when this mess is over, we can come back on down and do it in real life.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you everybody in our home audience. If you can throw a few bucks our way for the show, we would really appreciate it. Now let me throw it back to Sam and find out which team won the voting.
You know, that was solidly red team. So we're going to add 5 points to the red team, and that's going to make it 14 blue, red team 13. You know what? We're going to give Autumn 4 more points to keep her in the game. Autumn now has 5.
Autumn is crushing it. All right, as John Richard would say, if we had a barn, we would burn it right now because it is so very close. So let us get both captains on the screen. All right, Captain Brooke and Captain. What is that? Is that a thermos? All right, cool. Always. All right, captains. This is the next to the last chance round. So I'm going to challenge you both to the game of Wikipedia. Do you accept?
Oh, yes.
All right, excellent. Please prepare your teams. From our home audience, for the game of Wikipedia, we need to get a topic that you might look up on the Wikipedia, something that people might know a fair amount about. So nothing like super obscure. Stuff that you learn when you're in school. It's obscure stuff. So throw in something that you might look up on Wikipedia. What's going to happen is the players are going to tell you about this topic, but at any point, a player from the other team can challenge the factuality of what they said. I will rule on that, and whichever team is on screen or has the floor at the end of 90 seconds is going to win the points for this match. So let's get all of the players onto the screen if we could, and let's go to Marianne and find out what will be our Wikipedia topic.
Absolutely. Nathan on GeoCities has weighed in, and he has said countries in Europe.
Countries in Europe. Great. We'll just take Europe as a topic. And also, jaunty hat alert. We're going to need to give the blue team 1 point for Michael's jaunty hat. I am fair but cruel. So 1 point.
15-13 to 5.
I've probably reffed 1,000 comedy sports matches, and this is the first one where players are regularly smoking pipes. I don't know what that is about. Like, what happened where suddenly, now everybody's got a hat. I knew this was going to happen. Great. All right.
Wearing a hat, you just can't see.
Sam, please give 5 more points to Autumn, because I'm sure Autumn is wearing a jacket.
It is 15-13.
This is incredible.
10. Everyone's in double digits.
This is incredible. All right. People who aren't even in this half are now here wearing hats. This is absurd. All right. Cool. So I already forgot what we're playing. Wikipedia. Thank you. The topic is Europe. Let's see. Because the blue team started the jaunty hat experience, we will let the blue team go first. I'm putting 90 seconds on my stopwatch. Teams, are you ready for the game of Wikipedia?
Yes.
Topic is Europe. Blue team, please begin.
There are many countries in Europe. However, I think it's pretty universally accepted that the UK has the most delightful accents. Just imagine a child asking...
Yes, Lex.
I know that a lot of people quite enjoy the Irish accent as well.
We will accept that. Go ahead, Lex.
See, accents were actually invented by the Irish. See, back in the 1200s, the first Irish people to emerge from their shires began communicating with...
Challenge!
Yes, Kristen.
They lived in caves.
I guess the very original Irish would have lived in caves. So we will accept that. Continue, Kristen.
Right, so they were living in caves, and then they figured out talking, so that's why they're the first ones, and why they're the sexiest ones. They had the most...
Challenge!
Yes, Jamie.
They didn't figure out talking. Talking just happens when you're born. It doesn't get figured out.
What?
You just start talking.
I'm going to have Kristen continue because I didn't understand any of that. Go continue, Kristen.
They formed debate clubs, which is how they got so much practice communicating with each other.
Yes, Lex.
Actually, it was debate pubs.
Yes.
I got to give you that. That was good. All right, continue, Lex.
One of the most worldly famous pubs was the Cork City Debate Pub, where the well-known Irish debater Johnson McJohnson first laid down his argument that the Irish accent was indeed the first predominantly identifiable accent amongst talking humans. Now,
challenge.
Whatever you say, Michael, I'm going to accept it, but let's hear what it is.
Neanderthal language was the first accent. They conducted a lot of and and baba.
I 100% accept that. And now I want to go to McDonald's and get a Johnson McJohnson. Continue, Mike.
So when Neanderthal man first dropped a rock on his toe, he developed this language because he couldn't keep the pain inside of his body. So it ejected out of his mouth an audible tone of
Challenge.
Yes, Jamie.
It wouldn't eject out of his mouth. It spews out like loud talking, shouting.
I'm gonna let Jamie talk because at this point I've just given up.
Thank you. Now, there's a bridge in London called the London Bridge, and that bridge, it also has a song, London Bridges Come Falling Down.
Challenge.
We'll go with Brooke this time.
It doesn't sound like a very sturdy bridge.
Or the real title of the song. Continue, Brooke.
Europe is a wonderful place to visit as a tourist. You can fly there and you can see many sights.
Challenge.
Yes, Lex.
You are not able to fly there currently.
That is correct, actually. It is closed to Americans. Continue. There's 30 seconds left. Continue, Lex.
Now, if you want to try and get into Europe right now, what you have to do is you have to go find my friend Johnson McJohnson. And
challenge.
Yes, Stephanie.
The best way to enter Europe right now is to be escorted by a flying flower. Actually,
that is correct. We learned that earlier. Thank you. Continue, Stephanie.
Yes, Flying Flower Airlines is running flights across the entire nation right now, and I do recommend.
Yes, Brooke.
I'm not trying to go within the nation. I'm trying to go within different countries.
Very clever. Continue, Brooke. There's 20 seconds left.
You need an international flight if you're gonna get out of America. I'm tired.
Challenge.
Yes, Brooke.
You don't need to use a flight to get into Canada. You could just drive across the border and get out of America.
That is correct. There's 45 seconds left. Continue, Brooke.
You can go anywhere within the country in your car and into Canada, all the way to Alaska.
Yes, Brooke.
I cannot get to Hawaii in my car.
That is exactly correct. All right, 9 seconds left.
My car, although it is a Subaru, cannot.
Challenge.
Yes, Stephanie.
You can't get to Hawaii in her car, but you can get to Hawaii in James Bond's car.
That is exactly
And James
right.
Bond is from the UK, where their accents are absolutely delightful.
Nailed it. 4 minutes left. Continue.
I'm telling you. Just think, instead of a child saying, "Ma, can I have a cookie?" They're like, "Mother, may I have a biscuit?"
Yes, Brooke.
That's not what all British accents sound like, and some of them are bad.
All right,
Yes.
let's hear 3 bad British accents from you, Brooke.
Cork, Wales, and South London.
All right, you didn't do the accent.
Challenge. She didn't do an accent.
Wait, Michael, you want to do the accent?
Oh, pup, trio.
It's time. Blue team wins that. Going away. By the way, I am fired. This is the last match I ever ref, but I've really enjoyed my time here.
Oh my god.
Sam, what does that do to us?
Well, it's 20-13, and Autumn, you get another 10 points because you deserve to be tied with that.
All right, there's a decent chance that Autumn ends up winning the match. Also, my jaunty hat isn't quite showing up on screen. Okay, it is now time. We're going to bring all the players back from the entire match, as well as anybody who's ever played a comedy sports match in Portland. Just join us. Anybody, just come join us. This is our last chance round. This is digging into my skin. We don't need to do any more scoring. We're good. We're gonna end with the game of Jimmy the Pigeon. Sam, remind us what our score was, because I wasn't paying attention.
It is 20-13. Blue is in the lead.
Okay, blue has I wouldn't say it's a commanding lead, but it is a lead. So red has some work to do here. This is the game of Jimmy the Pigeon. We're gonna get some suggestions from you. So just start throwing some stuff into chat. We just need like some objects, just anything that's a noun. Just start throwing it into the chat. And what's gonna happen is the player's gonna step forward and they're gonna make a pun based on that noun. You'll see how it works. For everyone that's good, that gets some laughs from the audience or from my girlfriend who's sitting here, it will score 1 point. If it doesn't get any kind of reaction, if it doesn't make any sense, if we're just puzzled, it will get 0 points. Or it will get the sound of a duck being thrown by Jamie. And at the end of the match, we will tally up all the points and find out the winner of this match. So let's go to Marianne. What is our first suggestion there?
Our first suggestion is banana.
Banana, Jimmy the Banana. Teams, are you ready for the game of Jimmy the Pigeon?
Yes.
Yeah. Start with the banana. Please begin.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, did you hear about Jimmy the Banana?
What about him?
Yeah, I heard you just split.
Oh, yeah, he probably scared because he was too yellow.
Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Jimmy the Banana? I can't stand him. He's so spoiled.
Oh, he's a real slippery one.
Hey, Amy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, what?
Did you hear about Jimmy the Banana?
No!
I ain't seen him since Sunday.
I hear he's in bread.
Hey, Lex.
What's up?
Hey, buddy, did you hear about Jimmy the Banana?
No, what happened?
I better not tell you, because it's not very appealing.
Oh, sounds pretty.
All right, we're going to move on. Marianne, what is our next suggestion?
Oh, we're going to take penguin.
Jimmy the Penguin.
Y'all hear about Jimmy the Penguin?
No, what?
What? He's on ice, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I heard he flippered out.
Hey, Brooke. Both of you. Yeah, both of you. Yeah, did you hear about Jimmy the Penguin?
No, what?
Yeah, he made it for life.
Hey, Bruce.
Yeah, what?
Did you hear about Jimmy the Penguin?
No, what?
Well, I heard he wasn't dressed very well, but last time I saw him, he had on a tuxedo.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Kristen.
Yeah, what?
You hear about Jimmy the Penguin?
No, what?
I don't know what happened at the end, but it was kind of fishy.
Oh, man, you know what I heard is that the playground, he went down the slide on his belly.
That's adorable. Adorable.
Marianne, what's our next suggestion?
Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower.
Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Eiffel Tower?
No.
Well, let me tell you, it's really Eiffel.
Oh. I thought it was going to be big, but it was just so wee.
Wait, John, do you know about the Eiffel Tower, Jimmy?
No.
Yeah, he's a steep climb, that one, yeah.
Hey, Olivia.
Hey, Amy, what?
Hey, did you hear about Jimmy the Eiffel Tower?
No.
Well, you can only see him through this periscope.
Oh, it's really built.
Hey, Brooke, did you hear about Jimmy the Eiffel Tower?
No, what?
Oh, man, it was awful. When it was all done, they had to bag it.
We're moving on. Marianne, what's our next suggestion?
Dog bone.
Dog bone.
Hey, Brooke. Did you
Yeah, Olivia?
hear about Jimmy the Dog Bone?
Oh, no, what happened?
Got a lot of meat, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Hey, Amy, did you hear about Jimmy the Dog Bone?
No.
He became a boxer.
Wow, that is gnarly.
Hey, Jamie.
Ryan. Hey, Ryan, did you hear about Jimmy the Dog Bone?
Now what?
Yeah, boss took him out and buried him in the yard.
Oh.
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah.
Did you hear about Jimmy the Dog Bone?
I did not.
He's known for burying the lead.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Michael.
Stephanie, did you hear about Jimmy the Dog Bone?
Hey.
No.
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Hey, Kristen,
What?
did you hear about Jimmy the Dog Bone?
No.
Well, unfortunately, he passed. The sound, it was just like crack, crack, crack.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes?
Hey, did you hear about Jimmy the Dog Bone?
What happened?
He choked on some milk bones and cookies. Cookies and milk bones.
Yeah, same thing happened to my pigeon the other day.
Hey, Amy Gray.
Yeah?
Did you hear about Jimmy the Dog Bone?
No.
Yeah, he was late to work and his boss just chewed him out.
Oh, I bet his chances are marrow.
That is time. The game of Jimmy the Pigeon. Let's hear it for all the players on all the teams. All righty. Before we find out the winner of tonight's match, Sam is frantically counting on his calculator. There are a few people that we need to thank. First of all, we need to thank the man on tech behind the scenes. You didn't see him. Well, you did see him actually at halftime. Mr. Patrick Short for keeping all of the tech running. We need to thank the chat goddess, as always, Marianne, for keeping our home audience fresh. We need to thank Sam Whitelegs Whittington, our announcer with the mostest. We need to thank our special guest, Stephanie, coming to us all the way from Florida. And of course, thank all of our minor league players for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us in tonight's match. But most of all, we want to thank all of you folks at home in our home audience. We very much appreciate you joining us on a Saturday night, keeping the improv dream alive. We could not do this without you, and so we thank you for spending your Saturday night with us. You make it so much more fun. So now let us get a drum roll going, and Sam will tell us the winner of tonight's match.
Autumn gained 5 more points. It wasn't enough to take over the lead, so by a final score of 33-30, your winners are the blue team. So nice, so nice. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. Let's say thank you to our players one more time. We had Stephanie Steph Rae. Brooke, hold on, I'm coming. Michael Fire Buchanan. Lex Duncan Jonay. Blue second half captain Brooke E. Monster Chamberlain. Second half red captain Jamie the Full Montgomery. Ryan the B is Silent Gangwish. Bruce E. Swanson. Maura, my funny Valentino. Olivia off the Walton. Our red captain, Amy Pepper Milstein. And your blue captain, Amy Zine Gray. And of course, my favorite beard competitor in the world, referee Andrew Busby Berkowitz. Thank you all for sticking around tonight. We've had a lot of fun. We hope you did too. Thank you, and we'll be back next Saturday.
That's right, Sam. Next Saturday night, Portland versus San Jose, January 9th at 7 p.m. Next Friday, the 8th, at 7:30 p.m., it's Year 2099, our young adult dystopian improv with a multi-generational cast. That's next Friday at 7:30. Check us out at portlandcomedy.com.